Hi, this is Dave Johnston with Day Trade the Market. It's just been filled long here at 43.41. Four contracts in the December crude contract. Today is Friday, November the 11th, 2016. So we've had a nice dip here. You can see this aggressive selling that has come in. Very little follow through. It immediately had a deceleration bar, which was the very next bar after that. It's come up here and tested the high of that wave of selling, and then it's had this dip down here that also decelerated without taking out this low, which is why I've gotten long right here at 43.41. So the next objective is up in this area, up in here, roughly in the 60 area. So I'm going to go ahead and put in first of all, I need to put in a sell stop just below this last dip right here. So the low of that, as you can see over on the data box, is at 43.34. So I'm going to place my stop at 43.33 sell stop. So that's an 8-tick risk on this trade. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in the first objective, which I just said a moment ago is up in this area, up in here, as high as 43.60. So we're long from 41. So I think I will go ahead and put in a sell limit at 56. That'll give us 15 ticks on the first half of the position, and it's still well below the peak or interrange fractal high that was made here. So I think those are good stops and good objectives for now. Then the other thing that I will do here, if you've seen my videos before, I like to just to make some of these markers, because obviously when a trade gets filled, or I should say when an order gets filled, then you don't see it anymore. So I want to put this in here, so if we get filled up there, we'll have a record of that. And of course this is where we're now long from at 41, and of course our stop is down here at 33. So there's the trade for now. We have our trade on, and our first objective as a limit order to sell with this long position, and a initial protective sell stop as well. So we have all the orders in place. I will go ahead and pause the recording and pick it up as the market dictates. Okay, just resuming the recording here. We just hit our target, and that was at 56. We had a 15-point objective on that first half of the position. So what I will do now is adjust the number of contracts here down to 2, because we just have 2 left. And I will move this protective stop to break even. And I'll just move this out of the way for the time being. Now the next target higher here is up in this area. Let's see, this up in this area in here. So I think what I'll go ahead and do is I'm going to put an order in up just up in this area at 71 to sell 1. Okay, so you can see that the market has just created a green bar, which is our second strongest aggressive buying bar. And from a protection standpoint here, in other words, our sell stop should be close to that low. And I'm going to move it. You can see the low of this here. You can see it on the data box over on the left. The low of this bar is at 43.49. So I'm going to just raise this stop up here to 43.46 from the break even. So we actually can, at this time, going to lock in at least 5 ticks on the other 2 contracts here. So, and that's the reason for that. So we do have our order in here to sell 1 at 43.71. The thing I have to watch here on this trade is that the crude market only has about, well, it's less than 10 minutes now in the trading session. So I'm going to monitor, this is the regular trading hours, so which is going to close here in about 9 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead. I may manage this a little bit differently as a result. As a matter of fact, I think what I'll do is I'm going to put in another order just up in here to sell limit 146. Let's see, I think I'll actually bring it down to that 56 level, see if we can get filled on that. It could very well get kind of volatile here, in the last few minutes. The crude often will do that. It could still shoot up, but we do have an area of resistance up here where you can see where the aggressive selling started right here, and if I just make an adjustment on that. Now that you can see it came in right here. Here's the first red bar, the top of the first red bar over here. If you can see what I'm talking about over here, top of that red bar, which is really not really the next area of resistance, because we already hit it here. So we've come up and taken up by a little bit here. So I wouldn't normally make this kind of adjustment on that, but because there's not very little time left in the regular trading hours, and I do want to be out of this trade by the time the regular trading hours close. So I've gone ahead and tried to exit this other contract at the same price that we got out of the first two. Got the sell limit in there at 43.56. So we've got our stop in here at protective stop at 43.46. So we have locked in at least 5 ticks. So let's see if we get filled on this. It could still shoot up and get us filled on our 71. That's still a possibility. As I said, the market can get pretty volatile here in the last few minutes. So we'll see what we got here. I'll go ahead and, for the sake of keeping this recording short, I will go ahead and pause it. Okay, it's just coming down here. Looks like we might get stopped out. So let me just keep it rolling here for a minute. We do have our stop in place. I should actually make a notation of that, because I moved the other one off of there. And our stop right now is right here. I should make that a little thicker so we can see it okay. Okay, so our stop is right here at 46. Okay, yeah, we've locked in 5 on that. So, okay, I'll pause the recording and pick it up when it need be. Okay, just we did get stopped right here, just restarting the recording just a minute or so later. So I'm going to cancel these other orders. So we were long from right here at 41. We exited 2 contracts at 56, so that's 15 ticks on each of them, so a total of 30 there. And we exited the other 2 here. We just got stopped out at 46 from our long from 41, so 5 ticks on each one of them. So it's a total of 10 ticks there, so 10 ticks plus the 30 ticks, so 40 ticks.